Welcome to our party! Wait. You aren't my guests. Last time I checked, none of you have wings. Well, you're welcome to join our party anyways. It'll be a lot of fun. We're having a welcome home party for all of our birds that are back from vacation. They were snowbirds, they're away down south for the winter, and they're finally back, and I think that we should welcome them. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I suppose I should introduce myself as I am your party host. My name is Cali, and I'm an environmental education student at UWSP. And I also spent a summer interning at Raptor Education Group up in Antigo, Wisconsin. I worked with birds in rehab, and I also worked with them with education. So I'm an extreme bird lover, and I want you to love birds too and show them that love. So are we ready to go find them? Because I don't know where they are. They're not here. They're a little late. As birds do, they're always fashionably late. So if you're ready to go find them, I've got a lot of supplies so that we can look for them. So if you want to come over here, before we walk over, you can grab a pair of binoculars. These are adult binoculars. These are children's binoculars. I have recently found out that children's binoculars work just fine with adults too if you don't grab a pair. So I have that for you. And then I also have some of the itineraries from the birds, just in case they were late for arrival, so you would know where they are. You can grab one per group. That would be great. And then I also have this invitation list so that we can find our other guests that were invited and are also late, since apparently humans are the only ones that can be on time. So if you want to come up here and grab one of each, and then we can get on our way and go find our friends. All right. All right, so now that we have everyone over here, who can tell me what kind of habitat we're in right now? Yes.
Marshland?
Yes, marshland, wetland area, exactly. So I'm pretty sure that on some of our itineraries, there's some birds that said that they were supposed to be here today at some point. Anybody tell me what kind of bird? You should say they're in a wetland area. Yeah, what do you got?
Redmond Blackbird.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. What was your name again?
Gina.
Juna. Juna has told us that we are looking for a red-winged blackbird. Oh, we've got a biker. If we could all just switch by, let him get through. Oh.
I already know where it is.
Hello.
Singing away.
All right. So you are correct. A red-winged blackbird should be here. This is exactly where they like to make their homes after a super long flight back from the south. I don't know about all of you, but when I come back from vacation, I like to sleep off my jet lag somewhere comfortable. Who here has about like 5 pillows, 3 blankets on their bed? It's really just their nest. Yeah, especially since, I don't know about you, spending a lot of time in bed due to COVID. So I like when my bed is comfortable. And that's exactly why red-winged blackbirds love marsh wetland areas, because it has a lot of cattails. They use the fluffy parts of the cattails to make their nest, so it's super nice and comfortable, and they can rest and they can start their families in their comfortable nests. And then also where there's cattails, there's a lot of insects and frogs and wetland critters, which is exactly what a red-winged blackbird loves to snack on. And I love snacking when I get home from vacation too, so I think that I might just be a red-winged blackbird. I know I saw a few when we were coming over here. Did everybody see the red-winged blackbird that flew? All right, I'll show you a big picture just in case you didn't see it. So you can see why it might be called a red-winged blackbird, because it's a blackbird with a red wing. Is that one up there? Oh, so there's another bird that just came home. Yeah, do you have a question?
I don't know if that's a redwing. Is it?
I don't know if that's a grackle or a red-winged blackbird. That's a red-winged blackbird.
That's his song.
Yeah.
All right. So we have another bird that just got back from vacation and likes to share his home with the red-winged blackbird. His neighbor is a red-winged blackbird. Anybody know what bird it is? If you're looking at your itineraries. It's a pretty tall bird. Yeah, the sandhill crane. And I'm sure a lot of you know what a sandhill crane looks like. But here's a picture again, just for you. So sandhill cranes come back to Wisconsin, and the first thing they want to do is add a new little one to their family. So they like to nest in areas like wetlands as well. But I'm sure that you've seen them sitting around in fields sometimes. To them, that's like going grocery shopping at Walmart when they get back home. But so they're usually in the wetland areas. But they'll take a trip to fields sometimes, especially because young sandhill cranes have to walk 2 miles a day. Otherwise, the ligaments in their legs, their strong, long legs, they won't grow right and they won't be able to walk when they're older. So the parents bring their babies to the fields on a little trip to the park or to Walmart, and they go for a nice long walk. Yeah.
There was a chickadee over there.
Oh, there it goes.
There's a lot of birds over here. Chickadees are actually here all year round though. They never leave us. All right, so we're just gonna backtrack a little bit and we're gonna go to our next habitat to find some more of our friends. Hopefully they'll follow behind us. I'll let them know what time the party is at. Maybe they listen this time. So if you just wanna follow me, we'll go to our next area. All right. It's a long walk, but we all made it, so that's good. All right, what kind of habitat are we looking at now?
A pond.
Yeah, a lake, exactly. It's lots of water. So I'm thinking that we might be looking for some birds that like live in the water.
Like duck?
Yeah, yes. So now that we're all here and we all have our itineraries, we're at the lake. Can somebody tell me, there should be about 2 birds that were invited that we're looking for here that we have their itineraries for. What birds are they?
Mallard duck? Yeah.
Close. Somebody has it.
I got the loon.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So a common loon is a bird that we would see here at Lake Jonas. So common loons come from the south, and you thought other birds had lengthy travel. You thought we had lengthy travel. For loons, it's a lot harder and it's a lot longer because loons can't walk on land because their feet are way too far in the back of their body. So if you could try, it's not going to work very well. If you lean over like this, come on, everybody lean with me. And then try to walk, it doesn't work the best, huh? A little wobbly. You're a super loon. So our loons' legs are way at the back of their body, so it's hard for them to walk. So when they migrate, they're flying a good amount of the time. They're not making as many stops as other birds might make, especially because loons have to land underwater, and from way up in the sky, a big body of water, what could look like a big body of water or a small body of water, can get confusing. So sometimes they'll land in ponds that are way too small for them, and they're stranded there because they don't have enough room to take off and flight again, because they're big birds. They weigh a lot, so they have to go pretty far in the water before they can get in the air. This is our common loon. So common loons, as I said, they live in the water, which I feel like I can relate to, because hot summers in Wisconsin, who likes to spend their time at the lake? Yeah, I like to go for swims too. And not only do they get to go for a nice cool swim in Wisconsin in the summer, but their bedroom's also in their kitchen, which sounds ideal to me. However, I probably wouldn't get my steps in if that was the case. So they eat in the lake, they live in the lake, and when they're eating, they're diving for those fish. And loons can hold their breath underwater and dive for up to 5 whole minutes. 5 whole minutes. You want to see how long we can hold our breaths? Okay, you want to? All right, I'll time it. Ready, go. I'm done. Are you? Is anybody still holding their breath? I would say that's pretty. You're still holding your breath? Oh. You were a loon in another life. So there is another bird that is roommates with the loon, pays rent with them. Anybody have the itinerary for that bird? Know what bird that is? No?
Ducks? Mallard ducks are
Yes.
out there.
Yeah, ducks as well. So the specific duck that we're looking for today would be the blue-winged teal. Pretty similar lifestyle to a mallard. They just look a bit different. So this is our blue-winged teal. And you might be asking yourself, Callie, why are you calling that a blue-winged teal? It doesn't have a blue wing. It does. The picture doesn't. So I have one of my friends graciously borrowed this to me so that you could all see the blue on the blue-winged teal's wing. You see it? Yes. So when it flies, you'll see that. However, when it's just out on the water, it can be a little hard to tell. You might mistake it for a loon if you have never seen a loon before, but loons are the size of geese, and blue-winged teals are not the size of geese. So blue-winged teals, I think I heard you all guess mallard, so we pretty much know what mallards look like, right? Yeah, so they have the same lifestyle as a mallard. However, when they're coming home to Wisconsin from their vacation, they are in a hurry. Blue-winged teals can reach speeds of 45 miles an hour up in the sky when they're flying because they want to get back. I don't blame them. I love Schmeeckle. I would want to get back as soon as possible too. So I don't think that they're out here today. Actually, the other day, oh, there's a mallard right there. I don't have binoculars, so somebody's going to have to confirm that for me. So I don't have my glasses on either.
Mom, I wish my binoculars. I can see it up close. Good. I can see that.
Does it have a green head?
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, that's our mallard. That's our blue-winged teal's neighbor, best friend, if you will. The other day when I was out here, I actually saw a grebe. I was hoping that would be out here for you too today. I told him, I said, be here tomorrow, 5:30. Can't rely on anybody these days. All right. So we're just gonna walk a little bit further to meet some of our other birds. Hopefully they are here and we can tell them to come to our party. As we're walking, if you could look at the area around you and think, what habitat am I in? What bird is she gonna pull out of her bag next? All right, let's go. All right. What kind of habitat are we looking at right now? Does anybody know? Yeah, go for it.
Maybe a woodland?
Yeah, exactly. Woodland, forest area. So there's a lot of birds that live in the forest. One of them is a special guest that we have here today. Does anybody know? Does anybody have their itinerary, know which one it is? Yeah, I heard that. The northern flicker, which is this bird right here. The northern flicker is a woodpecker, so it makes sense that you would find it in the woods. However, northern flickers can be found in a lot of places as well. But northern flickers do nest in wood cavities that they make. So as they are woodpeckers, they really only peck at wood to make cavities to nest in or to communicate with their friends. Hey, I'm back home. How was your vacation? Oh, we do have a biker. Hello. So they peck at wood to communicate with their friends and say, hey, I'm back home. Where are you? Let's meet up. But they don't really do it as much as other woodpeckers like our pileated or downy woodpeckers would. But after a long flight, I would hate to have a headache from banging my head against wood all day. So northern flickers and all woodpeckers have something super unique, which is their tongue. Their tongue actually wraps all the way around the back of their skull so that they don't get big headaches when they're pecking at the wood. That's kind of crazy to me. I don't know. How would you feel if your tongue was in the back of your head? So our other bird that we might find here, which I think would be really cool if we found it here right now. Are you listening? Come out. This bird actually is here all year round, more of a staycation kind of bird. Anybody here not really like to travel that much and they'd rather just spend a weekend at home? Yeah, it's a staycation kind of bird. They'll go a little farther, maybe to somewhere in Wisconsin that has open water that's not all the way frozen yet. But for the most part, they'll stay around here. And that would be our bald eagle. Yeah, pretty familiar with bald eagles. The bald eagles will start making their nests and caring for their young once they're back home in Schmeeckle or wherever they're nesting throughout Wisconsin. They'll make their nests, but they don't like theirs to be as comfortable as a Redmond Blackbird might want their nest to be. Remember with the cattails? Their nests are actually just a bunch of sticks and maybe some mud to keep it together. And that nest weighs 3 tons. 3 tons. That's how big this nest is. That's pretty crazy if you ask me. Big bed, California king size bed. It's just not as comfy as a Redmond Blackbird's bed might be. Oh no. Okay, so we will make our way to our next stop. On the way though, I want you to look at your bird bingo sheets. Let me know if you find anything. And then also I've heard some of you talking about chickadees. Chickadees are here all year round, which is sadly why they're not invited to our party. But since it seems like they are a fan favorite, we can try to invite them on our way back if we would like. So if you're able to whistle, you can whistle cheeseburger. So that'll sound to call to our chickadees and invite them. If you can't whistle, no big deal. It took me a long time to learn how to do that. You can just go chickadee dee 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 dee. All right, how does that sound? We'll get them to come to our party. All right, let's go.
Why would that dog jump up? They're so happy to see the dog.
All right, did any of you hear any chickadees on the walk over? You did hear some chickadees? Did you call to them?
Wait, is
you had a
that
conversation?
chickadee right there? Feeder?
I see a squirrel. Oh yes, that is a chickadee on the feeder, and that looks like a nuthatch from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, if everybody can see that. There's a chickadee on the caged bird feeder and a nuthatch on the other one. So, I thought for sure you'd see a lot more birds over by the bird feeders, but it kind of looks like you're seeing more squirrels than birds. So, one thing that we can do to really welcome our birds home is put up some bird feeders. If you're able to, if you have the yard, if you have the space, put up some bird feeders for our birds, especially because Wisconsin is their home and we have such unpredictable weather. You know, it was 70 degrees last week and now it's cold, and we do get spontaneous snowstorms. So a lot of birds will migrate back. They'll think they're ready to go, they're safe, they're ready to snuggle down, and then it snows and they can't have access to their food. And bird feeders really help them out with that. So if you're able to put up bird feeders, that is a great way to welcome them home. And then also they're doing a lot of flying, they're getting really tired. Sometimes a bird might mistake a window for the outdoors and they'll run into the window. One thing you can do to help prevent that is put some stickers up in your windows. They do make UV stickers, but you can also just cut out some paper hearts or paper anything and stick them on your windows. And that'll help birds know that that is in fact your house and it is not the forest or the lake. Because I know when I worked at the rehab center at Reggie, we had a bird that was a window strike. He flew in. I believe it actually was a chickadee, and he was this big. He hit a window and suddenly his head was like twice the size of his body. Yeah, because so that's one way you can help them and just welcome these birds home. So I don't know about you, but I think that they're super cool. I really love birds and I will do anything I can to help welcome them home to us. Yeah.
Did the bird live?
Yes, it did. Yes, we did a very good job at taking care of our birds. Don't worry, there's one more chickadee yum hamburger in the world. All right, so you are more than welcome to stand at the bird feeders and watch some more birds, or maybe walk around Schmeeckle and try to check off the rest of your bird bingo sheet. Or you're welcome to get out of here and stop listening to me talking. That is fine too. But we'll make our way back to the pavilion, and if you could just return your binoculars, that would be awesome. All right.